Now we're gonna get the thing back over.
Okay, so for 2021, the first project we have up is 2 miles of local road reconstruction, location to be determined. As Rick alluded to before, we are looking at rebuilding 2 miles of road every 2 years now, instead of 3 out of every 4 kind of thing, due to efficiencies, our road reconditioning program, and things like that. So we're looking at a total cost of 1.36 million, split 50-50 between MGTF and MSI.
And just if you recall, the decision was made that when we reconstruct a road, that we do the calcium on top, so that price is included in that number. This is 2021, so I don't suggest we take that out now, but if we do decide that it's not the right way to go, we can always remove that from the project in the future. Yeah, and the next project's in the parking lot already, so.
Okay, and then after that, we've got Sunset Acres, Base and Pave. I'll call this phase 2. We've seen, I presented phase 1 already, but I'll just bring it up on the map again. Phase 2 consists of the north-south road, from 8-4 to Sunrise, this entire length.
That would give Edgewood subdivision time to build.
Pardon me?
Edgewood subdivision.
Yes.
Edgewood, okay. And then they'll have another year to go down that road.
Exactly, yeah, that's why we did that in the second phase. 2021, there should be a decent amount of development out there.
Yeah, should be.
With the local improvement on that one, that might be a little more hard to justify for a local improvement. I mean, the internal roads, I mean, that's easily justifiable, but yeah, a road that goes kind of elsewhere too, that might be more just our funding there.
But that includes all of the lots, including the ones from Edgemore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there'll be 44 lots total.
That's
It-
why,
It's not just Sunset Acres?
no,
Okay.
Correct, yeah.
no, just to keep in line with that, because it only services residential, country residential. So to keep in line with the 10% for everything else, it'll be that. I think we'll just have to be forthcoming with those residents that go through the first local improvement, that there's another one coming for an additional $62 a year in the following year.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That Edgemore there, is the development done there already?
It is, correct. Any more questions on Sunset Acres? Okay. I will bring up this other map now, so we're on to Shaughnessy Phase 5. Just bear with me, I'll bring up that map. Okay, so Phase 5 includes some more road and sidewalk work. As you can see, the red lines indicate road work, the yellow lines indicate sidewalk work, and some sanitary sewer line replacement indicated by the green line there, if you can see that. Then with this one, again, we are proposing a 10% local improvement tax on the sanitary sewer only for $16,840 split between everybody.
So does everybody get a local improvement tax, or only the ones who are right beside the project?
Everybody for the sanitary in the hamlet would get that.
So, but the roads and the sidewalks?
That's not included in the local improvement.
Yeah, in the hamlets, we said roads and sidewalks are basically part of the hamlet. The county's responsibility, they were built by the county, at some point in time. And it's just the sewer and water that, because of what we did in Monarch, that we're trying to carry that on.
So then how does it break down? It's $520 23,000 from MSI, is that for everything, the water lines and the sidewalks and roads, or just the?
Correct, yes, excluding the 16,000 for the local improvement. So you add those two numbers together, you'll get your 540,000.
Okay. So at the end of the day then, how much are we gonna be able to have to charge the residents? Like how does that work if we just add one back here?
That's 10% of 6,800 was $1,600. Or no, you have the local improvement, sorry, 16,000 divided by everybody over 20 years, it was
Right, but
pennies.
by the time we add the other one in, so it was about the same number, wasn't it, or was it a little less?
I think it may be a little more, I think what you're getting at is how much, let's
So
say
how
over
much-
5 years, what are they gonna
Over
be?
the 5-year
Yeah.
period, like how much are they gonna pay extra?
Right.
It's 3, 4, and 5, right? Days 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, and I believe I may even have 6 here. That's something that we can maybe put in the parking lot, we can get that number for you at the end of these phases that are presented. What is their yearly bill gonna look like altogether?
That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
See?
Does Shaughnessy currently have any kind of a local improvement levy? I don't believe they do they?
No, but we're looking at,
These would be the first.
well, phase 2 would have been the first one, the water line looping that we completed this past year. We still have to bring that bylaw to council, I believe, to pass.
Clause?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, so they have a little bit of the local improvement tax already they paid?
Not yet.
Nothing yet.
Not yet.
So what is the reaction, because we've probably done that in the past with different hamlets maybe. So what is the reaction of the people when the taxes go up, and then you mention, well, it's because it's that. Do they not have a choice, or is it just the way it is, that you said, well, this is necessary in order to make these improvements? And if you don't want to pay the local tax, we cannot make these improvements. Is that basically what it is?
It's up to council to make that decision based on the arguments heard at the time of the public hearing, just like development. So they'll come in.
So the best example probably to look at would be Monarch, when we did the water and wastewater lines in the town. And that added, I can't remember the exact number, but we thought that was about their limit of what they could afford to pay. So I don't know how we're gonna handle the new water facility there. Probably have to pay for it all.
We didn't put a local improvement in for that,
Mars?
for the reservoir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Turin was a prime example
Yeah.
to that time.
Okay, all right. If there's no more questions, we can move on to 2022. So this next project is for South Park Lake Road overlay. As you recall, we just did a mill and inlay on that road from the park down to Highway 25. That was to preserve the base, to prevent a complete reconstruction of that road. It was not wasteful at all because we're gonna be adding asphalt on top of that to bring it to a seasonal ban instead of permanent ban, similar to the north end of that road. So we're looking at about $1.4 million for that one, 400,000 from MSI, and 1 million from the Market Access Network Hardtop Reserve.
So would that be a non-banned road then, or except seasonal? And coming down that road the other day from the north to Park Lake, I noticed that quite a bit of rutting starts to happen there. Is that's not that old a road, is it?
10 years old about? Is 5, is that old? Oh, yes, you're,
Yeah, something like that, maybe 6.
We gotta wait for the Ducks Unlimited to get the money in from us. That's the truth.
That's what we went.
So, I guess, how much narrower will that road be? It'll be quite a bit narrower.
it shouldn't be that much narrower. I don't have the details in front of me on the proposed overlay thickness. I want to say about 2 inches. They're going to add 2 to 3 inches on top of that. So it won't narrow it up too much. Any other questions on Park Lake Road? Okay, the next one's in the parking lot, so that's actually it for 2022. Move on to 2023. And as you saw in 2021, again, we have in 2023, 2 miles of local road reconstruction and base stabilization. Location to be determined with a total project cost of $1.45 million, almost 50-50 split between MSI and MGTF. Any questions on that one? If not, we can move down to the Walsh Drive Mill and Inlay. I can bring that up on the map here for you. Okay, so Walsh Drive, we're proposing to do a mill and inlay on that portion of road. The surface is a bit of a combination between hot and cold mix. We've done lots of patching over the years on that road, and it's putting Band-Aids on top of Band-Aids. It's time to resurface that road and bring it up to a better standard or better level of service. We're looking at about $700,000 to complete that 1 mile stretch of
Can you
mill
just-
and inlay.
Sorry, can you drag the little hand across where you're going?
Oh, right here.
Thanks.
So this is the city Lethbridge limits. They did that road not too many years ago, and now we want to do this
Okay.
stretch right up the road there.
Is that just cold mix right now?
It's, I believe it was originally paved hot mix, but there's a lot of cold mix patches on there, yeah. And there could have even been a cold mix overlay at one point.
That's the west side of the city, right?
Correct. Yeah, I can zoom out just.
Yeah, I was looking at Cooley there, I
Okay.
thought.
Any questions on that one? Not Shaughnessy Phase 6 is the next one. So Shaughnessy Phase 6 includes some drainage improvements, sidewalk replacement on First Street, and road and sidewalk replacements on Cadillac Street for a total cost of $425,000. You'll notice we don't have a local improvement proposed. Sorry, this green up here that you see, that's been completed already. So that is some underground work that was completed already. The red line work, the yellow line work, and the purple line work is what we're proposing to do. And like I say, no LIT proposed because it's all road and sidewalk drainage related works.
Awesome. The amount of money proposed, what this is gonna be costing, is that based on a certain amount of inflation too?
I'd have to double check.
From today till 2020?
Oh, yes. When I calculate these numbers of how many years are out, and I apply a standard inflation rate for every year, yeah.
What it doesn't include though, is just a standard inflation, where it's difficult for us to tell if the feds or the province put an influx into infrastructure. And you hear me say this, that price, we're sitting at a very low in the trough price. I don't think it's gonna go any lower. But as soon as there's an influx of money, that price skyrockets, and it could be over a year or two, because people aren't hungry anymore, so they just start bidding, and you don't get that competitive pricing once the money's in the market.
Questions on Shaughnessy Phase 6? Okay, so I can go to the last one for Public Works, which is the McCain's Access Road overlay. I'll pull that up for you here. You all driven on it when we went on the McCain's tour. What do you see? So it's this little short segment of road here that basically accesses the McCain's plant. According to the paved road condition assessment report we had completed, I believe in 2010, and identified this road in 2023 for an overlay. It's a pretty important road as it serves the McCain's plant there. So we're looking to do an overlay on that road for a total of $150,000. Oh, my apologies. Right here,
Oh, okay.
that black line right here, this is the McCain's plant.
How come that's ours, and shouldn't that have been a private road?
I'm not sure what transpired when they came in, but it's a county road right now.
So,
Yeah, it's not on our road allowance. The main one,
You were here
yeah.
Is that a service road that goes to the east also, the other way?
Yeah,
This
this
is, that's in Tabor, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's into Perry's.
So it kind of matches up service
Yeah.
roads, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah, this road right here is the MD Tabor boundary, inclusive of that road.
Awesome.
Those boundary roads, do you guys split them half?
If generally your easterly and southerly roads are not yours, your northerly and westerly roads are. So that's on the eastern border of the county, that's the MD's road. Opposite, you go to the west end of the county, that north-south road would be the county's.
which is why the boundary road on the north end of the city is ours.
Doesn't always follow that, but it's a general rule of thumb.
Cause you do the one on the east side, what is it, 54, by the topsoil, or you do that one? On that bridge?
So, let's go there. They tied in that southeast,
This one here.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened with the annexation, but that,
Cause the city does the one going over 6 Mile Coulee, don't they? They do a terrible job of that.
little stretch, or this, perhaps.
well, it jogs back into the county, so the first almost mile is ours.
Yeah, but-
Or half mile, and then it's theirs.
For this mile. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, they do that, they actually put a reverse crown on that 2
I
years
know.
ago.
Yeah.
I think it was a training exercise for, yeah, doesn't work that way.
They put washboard through the whole section.
That helps slow them down.
Is there any other questions on the McCain's Access Road project? If not, that is it for Public Works.
How come it took you guys so long?
You had a lot of good questions.
Jen, we're gonna adjourn. Okay. We're going to Hudson's.
Thanks, Evan, thanks, Rick.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Hudson's.
Where is that?
Just go. We're gonna get some salsa.
Information out of you.
Where's Hudson's?
It's a lot to digest.
Wow.